This healing chair yoga will be working a little bit more with our upper body, the shoulders, opening up across the front of the chest. We'll be working a little bit with the neck to relieve any tension and stress that we tend to carry in our upper body, especially as the season changes. We often come inward, rounding the shoulders. So, this is a great time to open up, create a little bit more lightness, a little bit more ease. We'll start in the chair. You can have some blocks. I recommend placing them towards the front of your mat. Your feet can come in front of you. Make sure your feet are rooted down towards the floor. You're not straining. From here, lengthen your spine tall as though you're rooted like a tree into the chair, your feet rooted, and the spine lifting up. You might notice some space that's created as you lift up without straining. Take the shoulders towards your ears and bring them down onto your back. And we'll do this a few more times now with your breath. Breathe into your nose and then let it go out the mouth. Maybe even with an audible sigh. Couple more times. Breathe in, let it go. Breathing in, lifting the shoulders, exhale. And then now you can kind of rub your legs down a little bit, pat the legs down, waking up the cells, circulating blood flowing all throughout you. Arms, shoulders, hands, and come back to your center. One more cleansing breath. Perhaps you look down towards the floor. Maybe you close your eyes. We'll be here briefly for about a minute or so. Check in with any experiences that you have. Welcome all parts of you. Notice your physical body, the feeling. Maybe you have lethargy or you have a little bit of heightened energy, a little bit more alert and focused. And notice your breath. Is it slow and long? Is it short? There's no right or wrong. Become the observer of your body. And if it feels right, your breath begins to lengthen. You could even place a hand over the heart, the other over the belly. Beginning to breathe here, in and out. With your inhale, you may notice the belly expand and your breath rises, comes up to the chest and throat. And exhale, it draws in. You begin to feel a contraction of the lower pelvic abdominal muscles. So we're working now with our diaphragm. Breathing in, expanding, exhale, contracting. If the eyes are closed, start to open them up. And we're going to do now a breath called Ujjayi breath. This is a breath that helps stimulate the thyroid gland. It also is a little bit audible, so it helps to also work with the vagus nerve, toning the vagus nerve as the fibers of the vagus nerve come up through the neck and alongside the neck here. So before we do that Ujjayi breath, we'll massage out the neck here, maybe underneath, only if it feels right. And then around the eyes as well, the forehead, these sweeping movements. And then down into the chest, so moving the blood flow in the upper body. When the season does change into winter, it becomes kapha. Kapha is slower, water, We can move that energy. So now we'll move it from the under the arms in towards the heart. Nice. And then bring your hands back down. We'll take this Ujjayi breath and we'll use this breath throughout the practice. So it sounds like this. You're breathing in and your exhale is kind of like a ha. Don't worry if you're doing it right or wrong. There's no right way. You're exploring breathing in. You might feel this sensation in your throat. You might even be able to hear it a little bit. And you're exhaling in and out. You're breathing in the nose and out the nose. And you might hear this audible sound in the throat. Breathing in, breathing out. It might even feel like a little bit of a tickle in the throat. Okay, now we'll invite some movement here. So we're going to start to inhale, take your arms up overhead, and exhale, lower the arms down. Maybe you use your Ujjayi breath, or you can use whichever breath feels right. Breathe in, you're lifting up, and exhale, lowering the hands down. So we're moving energy. We're working with our energetic body. Breathing in, lift your arms. Exhale, lower down. And again, one more. Breathing in. Exhale, lower down. Okay, now we'll start to open the arms out wide. We're moving fluidly like water. Inhale, come in, bring your palms together. Open up as you breathe in, and then exhale, bring your palms together. You might even push through the back of your heart. You could even tuck your chin. Breathing in, breathing out. You can pause anywhere you'd like or take breaks. If it feels better, you could use cactus arms. And we'll do two more. Breathe in, open up, lift up your heart, maybe even a little arch in your spine. And exhale, a rounding in. So this variation of a cat-cow. And lower the hands down. And now we'll move through our cat-cow as you breathe in, coming forward, lifting chin, lifting up your tailbone. Exhale, rounding, pushing through the low back, through your heart, perhaps your neck. Moving at a rhythm that's comfortable for you. Maybe you're using your Ujjayi breath or your diaphragmatic breath. If you're using the Ujjayi breath, you breathe in. Maybe you feel the sensation here in the throat, and exhale. That ha sound with the mouth closed. And last one. And come back up to the center. Okay, now we'll bring one hand, the left palm, to your heart. Take your right arm and begin to reach back. You could even look back with your head and your neck to that right hand. And then inhale, come forward and switch. So now the right hand comes over the heart. Open up the left arm and palm. You can move your head in that direction if it feels okay. Inhale back to the center and moving with your own rhythm and your own pace. Fluid like water. Moving that stagnant energy that builds in the upper body. Maybe even visualize yourself moving through water, flowing like a river. Intuitively guiding the breath, moving you. And last one on this side. And coming back to the center and lower your hands back down. We'll take the gaze up towards the ceiling. Back to the center, looking down to the floor. Up to center. Look over the right shoulder and hold here. Without straining, you might even begin to take the eyes to the right side of their sockets. Release, inhale back to your center. Look over the other shoulder. Maybe the eyes go to the left side of their sockets, not straining, finding ease and steadiness. And inhale back to the center. Taking the right hand over to the left knee and your left hand to the side or back of chair. We turn into a twist. Your inhale, lift. Your exhale, twisting. If you feel stable and rooted and you want to explore a little bit of strength, you can lift the palms up off of your support, and the palms can be facing up. Notice how this may change your experience of the posture. And lowering down. Now we're going to hold here with the right hand on the knee. And then lift your left arm up. And now we're reaching over. So we're in this variation of a lateral bend and a twist. Your left hand can come to the back of your head, or it can reach. There's no one way this is supposed to look, but notice how it feels for your spine, how it feels for your shoulders. Maybe notice your breath in the side of your body. Revolving the heart up and out. Inhale, come up. Find your twist again. And release to the center. Notice the difference between the two sides. And we move to the other side. Left hand comes to right knee. Your right hand can come to the side or back of chair. As you twist on an exhale, maybe looking over the back shoulder. You're rooted in your seat. You're lengthening through the top of your head. Okay, now here you want a little core challenge. You can lift up the palms up off of the support. How does this change your experience? Is your breath here to hold you in and out? Okay, now lower back down. Keep the left hand resting on your right knee. Lift the right arm, reaching up and over to the side. Maybe hand comes to the back of your head if that feels okay. Notice how it feels on this side. It might be a different feeling than the other side. Now, if you'd like, and it doesn't feel comfortable to have the arm lifted, you can bring it to your hip. We're in this twist and lateral bend at the same time. Inhale, come back up, find your twist for a brief moment, and release to the center. We'll move through a few cat-cows. Inhale, open the arms wide. And now we'll cross the right arm over the left. A little hug here. Elbow hands can come to the shoulders. Maybe rounding in, tucking in, finding a small forward fold. Breathe between your shoulder blades. Inhale, come back up. Open your arms wide. Take the other arm on top. And then exhale, folding inward, tucking your chin in. Your breath fills the back of your body, the back of your heart, your shoulder blades. Inhale, open wide. Exhale, lower the arms down. We'll do a little bit of leg movement. Extend your right leg forward. The heel can be on the floor. You can also lift it up if you want a little more strength training in the body. You can also place it on a block. It's up to you how intense and challenging you want it to be. We point and flex the foot. Pointing and flexing, how this whole movement continues to come all the way up to your hip and keep the upper body lengthening. Now press through the sole of your foot, moving it side to side. This movement could be bigger or smaller. Bending at the knee, press the top of the foot gently down and release. We switch to the other side. The left leg comes out, heel can be on the floor on a block, or you can hold and support the leg. Begin to point and flex wherever you are. Flex and push through the foot, moving the foot side to side now. Keeping the length in the spine. Bending into the leg, press top of foot gently down into the mat. Now we'll go ahead and find our final resting shape. You can sit all the way back in the chair. Maybe you have a blanket and you'd like to wrap the blanket around. Sometimes when I'm doing healing chair yoga, I like to hold a pillow or the bolster and rest my head and my hands, maybe your forehead. We'll only be here for a few minutes. This is a time to embody the practice, to integrate it. Notice how the whole body feels, your feet, your legs, your pelvis, your whole spine, the shoulders, your arms and hands, and your whole head at the top, your whole body. There's nothing to do or change here in this moment. Let your breath be natural. We'll be here for about another minute or so. Each exhale releases and softens the body. Begin to come back into the room. Notice sounds. The shape of your body, the chair beneath you, maybe the blanket or a bolster if you're holding one. You can slowly bring movement back. As you open the eyes back up, we'll take a moment to close our session together, bringing palms at the heart, lowering the head inward, and honoring movement, honoring your body. Thank you for letting me practice with you. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you so much.